Just being it.
These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we as Halifax
That's quite good.
Oh, thank God! What's going on? What are the charges? Don't believe it. No, I was speaking literally. He never touched that shit in his life. You're telling me this now? What the fuck were you waiting for? This? No. You're his uncle. You're not supposed to help him become a goddamn junkie. You're supposed to help him.
How do I climb to these buildings?
No, no way. You pray. I heard a bunch of runaways live down in the sewers. On their own.
What should I do here? I'm gonna kill everyone again.
Nemám v plánu je použít.
What's going on?
Shoot everybody. Shoot everybody. Shoot everybody.
Tak tohle byla velká chyba. Jet ve voze, kam augové nesmějí? To by vás mohlo přijít draho. Ukažte mi doklady.
Wrong train car. Right. They're all going to the same place, aren't they?
Na stejný místo? No jasně, že jedou na stejný místo. Je to stejný vlak, vy idioté. Tady. Údaje souhlasejí, ale už to příště nedělejte.
Bistela. More.
What can I get for you?
Dominic pause. I'll pause for you, lady.
What can I get you? Beer? Something else?
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust.
Especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropozyne you would be willing to spare, do you?
Sorry, I don't.
That's okay, I understand. Times are tough. Is there anything I can do for you?
I'll have a beer.
Here you go. Anything else?
I'm good for now.
As you wish.
Nick could use some help.
There are questions. Is a symptom of the troubled soul.
One among you is armed to the teeth. You don't belong here. You need to leave. You don't belong here. You need to leave.
Good people don't disturb ritual.
Get away from there. What do you think you're doing? What is it you have there? I may not be able to keep you from snooping around, but I can keep you from doing harm. Remember, you are... What do you think you're doing? What is it you have there? You'll stay here with me. I promise. There's nothing I won't do to keep you here and safe. I may not be able to keep you from snooping around, but I can keep you from doing harm. Remember, you abhor the violence.
What are them there for?
You don't belong here. You need to leave.
One was the...
I may not be able to keep you from snooping around, but I can keep you from doing harm. Remember, you abhor the violence. The storm has passed. It's over now. This is what happens when the outside world tries to creep in. You're safe here with me. I promise. There's nothing I won't do to keep you here and safe. Welcome to the next stage of our journey. Brace yourselves, close your inner eyes. We are moving beyond our baser impulses, beyond violence, beyond... This is what happens when the outside world tries to creep in. What are you up to?
The storm has passed. It's over now. Close your eyes.
I shouldn't be here, should I?
And feel free of the...
continues to cloud the room with questions, with doubts. He contributes nothing. He may say nothing.
I'm gonna say a few things whether you want me to or not. We got a lot to talk about, Richard. Now that we can finally talk.
Why have you... What is it that offends you so much about our attempt to construct something better?
You mean your attempt to control people? Amplifying your hypnotic techniques with some kind of social enhancer. Keeping people from talking back, from questioning you.
I don't think you understand. Please. These people want to be here. We need each other.
How ugly must the world have looked to you, to go to these lengths? To actually believe that this was some kind of alternative?
We chose to start over. To escape what society had become. What it was turning us into. You may not understand, but they do.
No, I understand. You sought out people who were vulnerable. People like you. Who had reasons to run away.
Who do you think they are? There are no missing persons reports. I didn't rip them from warm meals and bamboo linen. For those who wander the sewers at night in search of answers and alternatives, this is as good as it gets. No more hiding, no more running away, no more feeling abandoned. They need me. They need somewhere to feel welcome.
And the ones you don't welcome? Those who try to question or resist, like Visnik, like me? You have no problem rejecting them, threatening them, installing gun turrets to ensure they can never pull back the curtain.
The guns exist only to protect the ideal. Even the most peaceful communities must be prepared to defend themselves.
This isn't a community. It's a magic trick. You've been hypnotizing people, selling them on some fantasy of what you wish the world was like.
He tricked us? I don't understand.
None of it meant anything.
Please, don't leave. He can undermine me all he wants, but he can't change what it's like up there. The decommissioning, the segregation. They will round you up and catalog you. They will do worse.
People need to be guided. Now more than ever. All these things you're trying to run away from, trying to pretend away, no one should have to face them alone. But this isn't guidance. This is just replacing one totalitarian nightmare with another.
I went too far.
He preyed on us.
By a few thousand miles, yeah. And it's time to turn around now, Richard. Time to shut all of this off.
I don't understand. How could we be so foolish?
Seems foolish. We had no choice. Everything is set up the way it's set up. Had no choice.
Why not?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
He tricked us, made us see things that were not real.
I remember coming to the sewers to escape the authorities. It was months ago.
He snuck into our minds and fed us some vision of himself, of ourselves.
The rat.
Richard can no longer persuade anyone of anything. The others are free of him now, just like you are.
I'm not a model of separation. I questioned him and then I
I'm not one of them anymore. But I'm not one of them.
You were right to question him. The fact that you were able to at all when others couldn't says a lot about your strength of character.
I became I again. Temporary signal failure led them to perceive me as a threat. I started thinking differently. I realized how there's two eyes in Wisnik. That's when I figured it all out.
It's a good thing you did. God knows how far this might have gone if Richard had been left unchecked. How many others might have come and been persuaded to stay.
We came to him because we didn't fit the so social schematic, hounded by laws, hated by revolutions. He offered a way out, but there is no way out. Exile from exile is exile.
You're out now, Wisnik. There should be nothing more drawing you to this place, to him. You can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want.
I want to be. I am alone. I am alone.
I want to be. Burada konuşmuşuz.
So fucking cold.
Stay safe.
We won't push you aside for... Good afternoon, sir. My name is Felice Allman, and I represent the Santo Group. We're looking for able-bodied augmented persons like you to help us create the future.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this might be the wrong town to hawk a dream of the future in.
Don't you think it's exactly the right one? Prague, a city with no respect for the choices its citizens made to become augmented. The choice you made.
And you're going to tell me Santos found a city that does respect us?
We're making it. You can't deny the world has to change. For the better this time. Augmentations helped us take great steps before. And we can do it again. In Rabia, a concept city, 3D printed, beyond state-of-the-art, a symbol of evolution.
In the deserts of Oman, I've seen the news stories. But Santo's not a charity, and I don't think your stakeholders are philanthropists.
That's why they've asked people like me to spread the word, to make an offer. Incentive-driven employment for any augmented person. You'll get a sponsored work permit for the duration of the city's construction.
And after that?
A guaranteed place in the residency lottery.
I appreciate that you believe in what you're selling, this new future. But the future the augmented want is the same as anyone else.
And the world won't allow it! I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to. Santo is the only corporation in the world to increase its augmented workforce in the past 2 years. Did you know that?
That must be convenient for a construction business.
It's the opposite. Our CEO's life has been threatened for supporting the legitimacy of augmented people. But he, Mr. Brown, understands that the augmented saw the future early and rushed to meet it.
So this incentive program, positioning Rabia for the Augs, it's all on Nathaniel Brown?
Everything. The industrial printing of the city, the archaeological design, the recruiting drive, even the street teams. Mr. Brown met us personally to sign off on us. Would you believe it?
Yeah, I think I would. Archaeological?
Architectural ecology. Rabia is zero footprint, fully self-sufficient. It is not just his solution for the augmented, it is his solution for cities. It is visionary. There is no other word for it.
Right. Unfortunately, most of the visionaries I've met were so busy chasing their grand plan, they lost sight of the little people. What guarantee do I have that life in Rabia is different than the segregation here? Or is that a lottery too?
Santo is the guarantee. We keep the rights to the city in perpetuity, never handing it off to people who want the augmented out of sight and out of mind.
But that's still exactly what you're doing. A city in a bubble, born from fear between augmented and non-augmented.
There have always been divisions in society. There always will be. That's why there are walls. Someone has to build the walls, and that's Santo.
I thought the Udalek complex was Santo's future for the augmented. From what I've heard, it didn't go to plan.
Not to our plan. Udalek was supposed to be a low-cost, high-volume housing solution for transient workers. It was never meant to become what it has.
Why didn't Brown step in? Doesn't look good to have your name associated with an Aug ghetto.
It's out of our hands. Since the incident, it's been run by the Czech state and their police. That will never happen with Rabia.
You've given me a lot to chew on. I can't sign up with you on the spot.
Just consider what I've told you. I'm not trying to sell you the e-brochure of Rabia. You've seen it all anyway. They're just pictures and holograms. I want you to believe in the place.
Zařaď se do frontu.
You to believe in the place. New. 嗯，这么差别没办法。